Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Tracey Brown, Tracey Brown. Tracey Brown Live. Tracey Brown Live. Tracey Brown. Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live.
My favorite symbol is the tree of life. This music, my sanctuary. Hi, YouTube. How are you guys today? Hi, Steven. Hi, beloved. Oh, hi, beloved. How you doing? Hi, Emma. Hi, Juanita. Caught you today. Yes. I am going to start doing these earlier. So look for me around 7 o'clock Pacific, 10 o'clock Eastern. Around that time, between 7 and 7:30. I want to do it early so I can go eat some breakfast. How's everyone doing? Let's make this nice and quick today. So I just want to tell you guys a story, as I'm supposed to be making it quick. This shit never happens, right? So this is something called the Voyager deck. And in the process of cleaning out my house to make a permanent move, I'm finding all these decks that I brought throughout the years that I never used and whatever. So I never knew I had this deck. This deck is from my mentor. My mentor. This was the most amazing woman in my life to help facilitate my career. All right, she came along at the time when my son had, went off and was trying to find himself, right? And my heart was broken. And all I could do was talk about him and get readings on him, and blah, 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 blah. And when all was said and done, hi, Bill Fortuff. Hi, Annette. Hi, Caden's mom. Hi, Y. Colin. When all was said and done, I had gotten several readings from her, right? And when all was said and done, my very last reading with her, because I had refused to read with her after that, she basically said, Tracey, just do you. Don't worry about your son. And one of the things that stuck in my mind for a lifetime is she said something, I'm paraphrasing now, but she was like, you claim you trust God? That's what you claim? Then trust him. Trust his life to God. But do you learn your practice? Now, after she told me that, I was completely insulted. I was like, I am really good at my craft. What is she talking about? Right? Oh, child. Let me tell you something. The arrogance. And what God showed me from that point on, she has since passed on. Not soon after we had this conversation. And she's one of the very few people who I broke a promise to. I did a reading on her. And when I did the reading, she had moved away from her family. And she said, in the reading, I discovered she was not okay. But I didn't know how bad it was. I just knew she wasn't okay. And I knew she was, it doesn't matter. So she said to me, she said something to me, and she said, "Don't tell my daughters." And the first thing I did was call her daughters. And I said to them, "I don't know really what's going on, but you gotta go get your mother. Go get her." And they were like, "What's wrong? What's wrong?" And I said, just trust me on the fact that she should not be in another state, because both the daughters were in California. And she definitely should not be in the house that she was living in with the person that she was living with, right? Child. They go to get their mama. And the stories they told me after that was, it was hard to hear. But here's what came out of that. In the nick of time, they caught cancer in their mother when she got back to California. And she dies. But if all had not allowed to have been unraveled the way it did, meaning I literally had to take my reading and say to the daughters, "You have got to go get your mother now." I didn't know she was dying. Whew. This would be a totally different outcome. So I am of gratitude that this woman has walked into my life. I'm of gratitude that this woman said, "Listen, you think you know, you don't know." And although I was insulted by what she said, not how she said it, by what she said, because I thought I was that good, what I discovered is that I was forced to enter into a pagan store and learn from pagans. And the pagan store led me to my African heritage and deities, that God got jokes, that my pagan people were probably more powerful than my presentation with Christ. Because my presentation with Christ and my rhetoric was controlled. And I was speaking from a controlling place. And when I began to let the control, the enslavement of my biblical education, and started to reinvest in other cultures and deities, and how I was always this, how when I was in the 4th grade, there was this, every 5th grader was responsible for the maypole, and you dance around the maypole. Do you guys know about that, Christians? And this was a Christian community, but we danced around the goddamn maypole in elementary school. And I remember being, and only one grade got chosen. I remember being in the 4th grade celebrating, I think it's a spring solstice, the maypole. And I remember celebrating, and I remember thinking, is it spring solstice or summer solstice? I get a little confused now. Doesn't matter. I think it's summer solstice. No, because summer solstice is June 21st. Spring solstice would be in March. But I feel like we did it in May, but it doesn't really matter. And I remember being in the 4th grade, and I remember saying to myself, I want to be in a class that does that next year. And lo and behold, in the 5th grade, I was with Sabrina, 4th grade. I don't know, 4th grade teacher, 5th grade teacher. Yeah, it's 5th grade. In the 4th grade, I was with this crazy teacher that didn't like me, but I didn't know my personality, so I don't know what made him not like me. But if I have the opportunity and the freedom to speak authentically, back in the day, people didn't like me. And my 5th grade teacher, and I was really smart, by the way, not AP smart, but back in the day, they had grade numbers. So you went from 4.0, which was the smartest. At the time, there were no AP classes. So you went from 4.0, which was the smartest class, to 4.1, 4.2, 4.3. 4.4 and 4.5 were the middle grades. Like, you're smart, but there are things you need to work on. 4.5 and 4.3 and 4.4 were the middle grades. 4.5 was dumb, but 4.6 was special needs, which they didn't have back in the day, right? But you were dumb. Dumb. There's no other way. Like, you always go, what grade you in next year? Oh, I'm in 4.0. Oh, go girl. You go girl. At the time, I was in 4.1 in the 4th grade. And for some reason, I had a main teacher, again, because back in the day, we didn't switch classes. You didn't get all these teachers that impacted your future development. You had one stupid teacher. And I had one in 4.1, and he didn't like me, Mr. Senabrini. He's probably dead now. He has to be dead. I'm 58, and he was like disgusting back then. Yeah, he's probably dead now. In any case, he didn't like me. He didn't like a little 4th grader. How powerful was a little 4th grader that you could not like me? But let me remind you that I went to an all-white school. Most times, I was the only black. In front of my school was a whole project full of black folks. They wouldn't let them go to the school that was closest to them. They bust them. So I wound up going to an all-white school I should not have gone to an all-white school. So half the times I was the only black. So I can't remember if I was the only black in this particular 4th grade class, but I do remember Mr. Senabrini, you little bitch. And for some reason, he didn't like me, but I don't know why he didn't like me. I'm sure it's something I said or did. When all was said and done, he put me in the 5th grade. And that little bitch put me in 5-6. Put me with the dummies. They were some badass kids. They weren't bright. They didn't have time to be bright. They had other things going on in their lives, and being bright was not one of them. That's where that little bitch put me in. But remember what I asked Spirit. While I was in the 4th grade, I said to Spirit, I need to be at the Maypole. I need to be that class. That was the class that got chosen. Be careful what you wish for, people. You gonna get it. But I never forgot the Maypole, which is a part of paganism. They celebrate that to this day. That was in New York. Yes, Cassandra. PS 72 in the Bronx. Yes. You little bitch. And the poor kids in the projects right across from my school that I could have been around my peoples. No, they bust all of them. All of them to PS 71. The fuck? In any case, hi, Zane. I bring that back full circle because my mentor said, know your craft. And I was like, well, that's the dumbest thing anybody could ever tell me. And it turns out there was so much I didn't know. So it's usually held on May Day. There you go, Aries girl. That's why I felt like it was in May. I have no idea what May Day is. I know I want to be around the Maypole and dance. And I did it. Thank you. I felt like it was in May. All right. I say that to say to you all, you think you know, you don't know. You think you know religion, you don't know. You think you know Christ, you don't know Christ. None of you do. You know Christ by way of slave teachings, and that includes white folks. None of y'all know Christ. It's okay not to know him. It's just today, let's figure out that Christ never liked the temple, never liked church, didn't like the rules, wanted people to be free, wanted non-binary to be non-binary, wanted transgender to be transgender, wanted gay to be gay, wanted black to be black, wanted Mexicans to be Mexicans, wanted people to be anything that they wanted to be. And you don't know that until you have a bigger investment in other cultures. Just because there's no agenda. And when I went to go work out at a pagan store, I said I'm too hot to wear this dashiki to match the hat because my air conditioner, portable, has some water thing. They're like, take the water out. I don't know how to take the water out. So when I finish with you, I'm going to go in and try to figure out to take the water out. God, I need a man in my life. Seriously, God, like, I don't want to do this stuff. I just want to love my peoples on social media. That's all I want to do. I don't want to have to worry about this. And if I had a man in my life, God, I wouldn't have to worry about this stuff. Just hint. Since you give me my wishes all the time, you let me dance in the maypole, can I please have a man that loves me as is? That's really good in bed, God. Like, he needs to have, working, junk, I'm human. We're going to do human too. Metaphysically human. That's a good phrase. Metaphysically human. Yes. All right. I'm over myself. So, New York City schools are so segregated. Oh, I didn't know that. Are they really? Oh, fuck New York City schools. That's when you go to college, it feels awkward being around different races. Well, interesting enough, you would think that, but then I went at some point to Bronx community because they forced me into Bronx community. Maybe it was racially connected because it was all black there. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Working junk, too funny. Tarika, what a good point. Listen, Tarika just said something so profound. Jesus never walked into the temple. All that Christ this, Christ that, he never went into the church. I'm trying to think, was there a time when he went into the church but stayed at the back of the church? No, I don't think so. I don't think he ever stepped into temple. Well, there was a time when he was a kid and his mama got lost of him, and so they had to turn back. Imagine that. You're on a donkey, right? And you're trekking very slowly through the desert, and you get to a destination 2 hours later, right? And you discover your child's not in the car. And they have to go back 2 hours. We've lost 4 hours so far, right? Only to find him in the last city, but they're rummaging through the city. So guess what? Now we got 6 hours of lost time. And they find him preaching. They found him preaching at the temple. They never really said in. So, but he didn't like church, that's for sure. Yes, madam. Look at her. Madam Pisces praying for me. She's like, amen. Please send Miss Tracey her, H-E-R, meaning her man meant for me. That would compliment her. Thank you, sweetie. Thank you. I need that. All right. Yes. That's why to this day, okay, such long stories with the church and Jesus and the temple. That's why to this day, you're not allowed to sell things inside the church. However, when I lived in the valley, there was a Spanish Catholic church where everybody sold everything from candy to whatever on the bottom steps of the church. So I guess it doesn't count, but it was all in front of the church. It's really funny. And I was like, isn't this what God said don't do? But God said in the church. And they were at the, the doors, the steps leading down to the sidewalk. So they were at the sidewalk. Okay. Then I went to this Black Pentecostal church, really huge. Can't remember the church right now, but it's really huge on Crenshaw Boulevard. If you live in California, you know this huge church because it has these weird stained glass windows. Crenshaw and like Obama, something that's weird. I think it's literally Crenshaw and Obama. And because I was always in exploration of God, I always went to different churches. Turns out this church was Pentecostal. Which I have no complaints about, just letting you know it's a Pentecostal denomination. And my son and I come around the bend to the front of the church, and what are they selling? Everything. Everything. Eyeglasses, everything. And I thought, oh, fuck. I thought you weren't supposed to do that. But I brought me a pair of eyeglasses. Like, what the fuck? I'm like, Jesus, your people just don't listen to you. Well, how much are those eyeglasses right there? Those are cute. In any case, she said, learn your craft. I got insulted. And immediately God showed me that I didn't know what I thought I knew. So I appreciate her. In my inability to hear her, I appreciate God because God is always taking me out of myself to understand other cultures. My Israel classes are starting up again. I'm not going this semester because I have too much to do in moving and I don't want to dedicate and miss a class because there's too much going on in my head. I got enough to do. So I'm going to skip the classes, but they will show up again in January. And by the way, I just go to the class just to sit in the class. There's always something I could take out of any sense of education. So I invite you all to get out of yourselves. Hi, Ifasheye. Hi, sweetie. Get out of yourselves. Get out of your Christian selves. Learn something different. Black folks, learn your deities. There's plenty of people on YouTube that can teach you about, OSHUN, Oya, Ogun, ELEGBA. He's my favorite. All right. Stop being so fearful of that very thing that makes you up. All right? Jesus was a psychic. Jesus was a medium. Jesus was a healer. He's not too far removed from all of you that are entering into this world. All right? We good? Jesus was a pagan. That's all this new discovery 2,000 years later. All right. Tracy, I'm glad I made a live. Hi, Sandra. If you fear, then listen to the sound frequency, which fear is connected to root and solar plex. If you have fear, then listen to sound frequency, which fear is connected to root and solar plex. Which sound frequency? By the way, I'm so into sound frequencies now. I love sound frequencies. Listen to sound frequencies when you're cleaning your house or when you go to bed. I love it. Which one, Terica? Please. All right. So here's the joke in this. When the woman was dying, my mentor, first of all, she pulls me into a hospital bed. Only 2 people in my lifetime have said, am I dying? My cousin Rose called me to ask me if she was dying. I didn't see it. I told her absolutely not. She died in 2 days. Oh, child. My my mentor had me come to the hospital to read her from her hospital bed. And her question was, am I dying? And I had learned from my cousin Rose. And I don't know if I didn't want to see my cousin Rose dying, but the truth didn't come out. I didn't expect my mentor to ask me the same question, but she did. And no one was in the room, thank God. She had told her daughters to leave so I could read. And I said to her, yes, yes, you are. Ooh, child, imagine being responsible for telling someone that they're dying, as they're dying, in the middle of them dying. Yeah. Please do not tell people that they're dying. You don't have the gift to do that. This was a learned behavior. This woman knew she was dying. She just wanted to confirm it with me. I didn't know that she knew. She just needed to confirm it from a spiritual person. And so I had to be honest with her, but I didn't know that she knew. Understand that. You don't do it. Don't ever tell anyone that they're dying. It's not your job. And so once she understood it, not from me, but once she understood it, she called all her daughters together the next day and she was like, this is how we're splitting up the assets. And one of the things that she said was, make sure Tracey gets my tarot cards. And this is the one that she used, the Voyager tarot. And this is the only one that I wanted. She had a whole bunch in storage. And she said it in front of her daughters. She's like, Tracey gets the storage. Make sure she gets it. Well, it turns out I didn't get it. And, you know, it is what it is. Like, people get very possessive. I realize when people pass over, it happened in my family, and it's very common. And I always had regret not getting this Voyager tarot, because years ago, there wasn't these plethora of New Age tarot around. It wasn't like that. This was probably one of the newest New Age. Where's the book? Oh, the book is not. Oh, no. Oh. Oh, child. I need the book. There was no such thing as these new books. And so she had one of the newer 1998. All right. She had one of the newer ones that were just coming out, right? The Voyager Tarot. And to top it off, there was no such thing as Google back then, right? I couldn't Google and find this particular deck. So there's just a lot of obstacles in all of this, right? I mean, there was Google, but there wasn't Google. Google was different years ago, 20, 25 years ago. And well, in any case, I'm moving, right? And so I've got to clean out every crevice of everything. Everything. I find this. I must have brought it. I had no idea. I had always had it. And in the presentation of, you know, leaving, I really feel like her spirit has come through and was like, because at some point I was like, I'm just going to throw stuff out without looking. Like, I don't care anymore. And first thing I got back, spirit was like, check this. Check this. And so I pulled out, and this is here. And I'm like, what? I really feel like maybe this wasn't really here. Remember, I was gone for a month. I think one of my biggest regrets was not getting this Voyager Tarot. I really believe Spirit put this in my house because it came out of nowhere, and I don't remember purchasing this. I just don't remember. I don't know if I did it afterwards or I did it before, or did I buy it because she had it? I just don't remember the history. but I do feel like she's here amongst many of my ancestors that are passed over, that is saying something to me like, don't forget me, don't forget I helped make you. That's what I think she's saying. Don't forget it's because of my words that you went on and learned and took classes in paganism for 2 years. Yep. All right, are we good? Very good point, Cassandra. Oh, is this the anniversary of your mom going to heaven? Let me tell you how I solved my first year of my dad's death, because he passed away first. White candle with patchouli oil and patchouli herb. Just order it from Amazon. When it comes in, celebrate. Celebrate the living and the passing. And it really helped me to begin my life again. The first year anniversary is one of the hardest years. But that's how I did it. I lit a white candle, regular religious candle, yada, yada, yada. Do it. It makes a big difference. And patchouli oil and patchouli herb. I didn't add much other than that in the candle. Ooh, ciao. Sapien channel. I don't know what that is, but I'll look it up. All right, let's do a reading from this. Hi, Billy. Hi, Jess Lexi. Hi, Love for Keeps. Hi, Saji. All right, let's do a reading from this. I listen to the Sapien channel. I'm going to choose you. You attracted me. Ooh, this is so good. The nurturing, the 3 of worlds. Nurturing. Notice the card and the fruit. Notice the card and the fruit. So pretty. The 3 of worlds, all different types of fruits and apples, and might even be peaches here. Oh, look at this, Saturn. Look at Saturn mixed in with the fruit. You almost miss it. Look at Saturn. I don't know what the meaning behind Saturn is, because I don't know astrology that well. Ooh, ciao. Let's see. 3, nurturing, 3 of worlds. Look how clean this book is. I have never touched this stuff. Oh my God, I find this hilarious. The way God works in mysterious ways. 3 of worlds. Oh, 3 of wands. Oh, worlds. Wait, 3 of worlds. I don't know what worlds is. It's a spade. I forgot what spades are. Oh, it might be 3 of swords? No. I forgot. Oh, who cares? 3 of worlds. Nurturing. The mother elephant and mother bird. What? Oh, there's an elephant in here. The mother elephant and the mother bird. Oh, there goes the bird. Oh my God. This is one of those cards that make you really think. The bird is right here. I don't know if you guys could see that bird. That's the bird right there. See that bird? And then see the elephant right there? Ciao. The mother elephant and the mother bird with their babies. I don't see no babies. Oh, I see the babies. Oh, ciao. This is the big elephant. You see the big elephant? That's the baby elephant. Ciao. That is too much. Look, this card, I don't know how this mentor of mine read these cards. They were hard. Represents the nurturing of young life. Who am I nurturing? Who in this essence am I nurturing? Because here it says the nurturing of young life. And I feel like young life is anyone that is coming over to the metaphysical side. Right? Because it's like you're coming over as a baby, learning something new in a world that no one has ever taught you. You're relearning how to walk, how to talk, how to think, how to process, how not to be ugly, how to speak, how to not have fear. If you say to someone, child, I gotta light my candle tonight on this moon. This isn't just about the youth who embrace this world better. This is about anyone who's coming in and need nurturing in this world. Nurturing of young life into full fruition and flower. Who's flowering in the metaphysical world? Huh? Who would dare wear a protective eye? By the way, Brittany, get some protective gear. I've talked about this before. I'm going to say it again. Get some protective gear. Okay? Please. Summer symbolizes... Oh, this is about summer? Oh, maybe it's summer. Yeah. Yeah, this is summer. Summer symbolizes taking care of your spring births. Your spring births. And your beginnings. Right? I'm changing for like the third time in my life purposefully. I've been changing by way of others, right? But these are choices that I'm making for like the third time, maybe the fifth time, who knows? And these are new births and new beginnings. Nurturing calls for Venus, tender, loving care. Oh, Venus. By the way, Venus is in Leo. We've taken over. And Venus in Leo, now, I don't know what that means, but it has to be fabulous. Has to be. Venus energy, and you add Leo spice, girl. That has to be a whole thing right now, but I have no idea what it means. But maybe I'll do a reading on it. It just depends. Nurturing calls for Venus's tender, loving care, as well as protective, tree-like mothering, like the elephant with its trunk. Lend a supportive hand. The rancher's hand and Saturn symbolizes the persistent and patient tending to business and responsibility necessary for successful nurturing. The rancher's hand, I don't see the ranch here. What am I missing, God? I see Saturn. Saturn's one of my favorite planets, by the way. I just like the ring around the rosy type of thing. I don't see the rancher's hand, though. Ooh, child, you got to study this card. My mentor was so good at this deck. She would just be like, and Tracy, I see this, and this tells me this about your da-da-da-da. I don't know how she did it, but she was good at this deck. Does anybody else have this deck that truly understands it? All right, I'm over myself. Venus tenders loving care as well as protective tree-like mothering. Just don't get that. Like the elephant with its trunk, lend a supportive hand. Yeah, I see that for the baby. Yeah, I see that. The rancher's hand, and where the hell is the rancher's hand? Damn. All right, the rancher's hand And Saturn symbolizes the persistent and patient tendering to business and responsibility necessary for successful nurturing. The harvest is close by. That's all the fruit. That's the harvest. It's close by. Keep going. Take the extra step to ensure success. All right, guys. Did that help you guys at all? Are you feeling? I see the rancher's hand. God damn these cards. How am I supposed to see that? Oh my God. Right where my finger is the rancher's hand. Can you see that? Trying to pick a fruit. Can you see that? Right where my hand is. Trying to pick a fruit. Look above my fingernail. You see this hand taking. All right. Ciao. Ciao. These cards make you work. All right. I'm learning something. My son is carrying his stones, etc. at 18. Yes. I think I'm passing that to others in my life, especially my son and friends, and what I've learned from from what I've learned from you. Thank you. I feel like you're nurturing me. Thank you. Thank you. That's my job. It's like my church listening to you. Oh, yeah, I'm church. I'm church. Without all the rules. I can't stand the rules. Rules. Church rules. Rules are mandatory. But church rules that have been passed down for centuries, ugh. And every church has their own set of rules. Oh my God. And you're wrong. And by the way, same thing goes for African culture and Yoruba and Ifa. And, you know, if you do it this way, you're not doing it that way. And we do it this way. And it's like, oh my God, shut up. Everybody can figure out a way that we can all be this, right? Because as far as I'm concerned, with a lot of the rules in African culture, there's not an American to be found that will ever be able to fit in. And I want you all to let Americans in. Let us in. Let us learn. Let us participate. I don't care if you need to create a whole new section for us. Let us the fuck in. Stop being so church-like. It's the very thing God hated, even in the diasporas. Stop it. Let us in. Teach us something. We're the lost tribe. Oh, child. I'm just saying. Just saying. Somebody better be there for the lost tribe. We want to learn. We don't want to fight. We just want our lives back. We want our people back. We just want to know where we're from. And you don't get to make us feel bad because somebody stole us from you. Damn. All right, I'm over myself. Yes, I love Cassandra. Cassandra's like, COVID saw how hypocritical the churches were. All the churches shut down. I was like, yes. You know how they clap on The View? COVID. I heard you, Angela. You posted it. Locks in Callaloo. I do want it to have an ethnic feel. I do, but I don't know what it could be. We'll figure it out. Locks in Callaloo. Yeah, it sounds fine. The morning lock report, that might work. Do you like that? The morning lock report. I like that. I completely understand where you come from, but the division amongst the dysphoria prevents us from moving forward. Bingo. You know, I just went to St. Croix for 30 days, and just in a short amount of time, the education that people gave to me was mind-boggling. Mind-boggling. And I need people to do better. And if people can't do better, I need a leader in the Ifa or the Yoruba or both that can come together for the lost tribe. That's what I think needs to happen. Because we want to learn. We want to learn. And I need someone to be brave enough to be like, yeah, I'll teach you. I don't need to join the whole process. Like, I don't need to be that. I need to be allowed to be a part of the lost tribe that wants to learn. And I need my African people to cut their shit and let me in. That's what I need. So get your acts together, Africans, women, men, get your acts together. Teach us. We're ready. We're one. I don't mind being part of the lost tribe. I get it. I get why my people were chosen to come by way of, North Carolina, one group, and to go by way of Caribbean culture. I get it. I get that if it had not been for everything that went down, I would not be I. I would not be the I am. I get it. But I'm not going to let anybody in Africa tell me what I can and cannot invest in because I'm a lost tribe. You're going to find a way to pull me in because I'm going to make you. Watch. And you won't be able to stop me, by the way. You will not be able to stop me because the deities are going before me. So I'm going to learn everything I want to learn because I want to learn it. Right. All right. I had Ifashele. I had a heated discussion with Baba about this same topic today. I'm sick of the disconnect. Thank you. Thank you. Oh my God. Thank you. Hold on a second. I feel like I'm naked, but I got a whole shirt on. Fix myself. Thank you. I will teach anyone who wants to learn. Lead. Lead, Ifashele. Lead. Oh, child. That would be beautiful. I know Ifashele. So I know what you're capable of. And I would love to be led by you. But I think we talked about this in group meet, right? I said out of everyone in the group, you would be the one I would bow down to. And you took it as a joke, but I was not kidding. The words that come out of my mouth, I don't mince words. I meant it. Because you have a level of education that I don't have. That I want. I've spent my whole time learning about Asian culture. That's how I got into this world. No one else had philosophy that I needed. Asians did. All right? I went from there to just psychic world, but that wasn't everything that I needed. Then, in order to really learn, I had to participate with the woman who owned a coven. I had to learn everything about magic from a woman that owned a coven. She wanted me to be, she loved me this much, she wanted me to be a witch. Yeah. You guys have no idea. I've been through it. And I love what she had to tell me. Her name is Adele. If you're in Staten Island, New York, she is the Wonderland, right off of Forest Avenue. I always forget the name of this place. The Wonderland, Staten Island, New York City. Let me see. No, I'm making something up. There's a Winter Wonderland in Staten Island, New York. No, Psychic Stores in Staten Island, New York. After, by the way, I took her classes for 2 years. By the way, Ifashe, if you create something, it's got to be a 2-year program. Let me teach you. I didn't learn by 6 weeks. It's got to be something of concrete. So it's got to be a 2-year program. They can't just come in and learn. They got to be dedicated to the change. Sorry, I just do these things. I know what I'm talking about. You know, I'm wondering if she could be closed down by now. God, might have been over 30 years ago, but she kept that shop open. Mystical Wonders. She's still open. One day I called her and I was like, hey, Adele, it's Tracey. She had no idea who I was. And I was like, it's okay. I was like, I just want to say thank you. But she had no idea who I was. Spent 2 years with this woman. Aww. Mystical Wonders. If you're in Staten Island, visit her. Tell her Tracey sent you. She closes every day at 3:30, apparently. It's a little tiny store. Tiny. Changed my whole life, this store. She gave classes, and I think she might have gave classes, Ifashe, because of me. I think she put together a whole program because I think I said to her I needed to learn. And I think it inspired her. And she's been doing classes ever since. And she did the classes. We have Zoom now, so blessings for Zoom, because everybody from all over the world can take and learn something. But there was no such thing as Zoom back then. And she did it right out of one of those coffee shops that had sofas and stuff in it. It was so nice. Every Sunday for 2 years. It was nice. Oh, child. So I invite you all in this 5D experience that we're in this COVID pandemic world. Nothing can stay the same after that. Nothing can stay the same. Nothing can. Remember that. I don't know what it's going to look like after the pandemic, but I know nothing can stay the same. And so while we're in this pandemic world, learn everything you can metaphysically. Please. Hi, Anissa. Absolutely. It will be hard work. Ifashe. Tracey, do you offer classes? I offer tarot classes twice a year. The next one is going to be in September, but now I'm questioning whether or not I can do it in September. So the next one may not be until November. It's just that I got a lot of moving to do, and I don't want to start class and not be, ready. But I offer only tarot classes, right? That's all I can offer to help you guys with this shift, right? It's a slow shift, right? Shift. That's all I want to do is take a simple shift. That's it. Yes, I'm enrolled in mystery school right now. Oh, I wonder what that is. Hello, Tracey. I'll be New York, Manhattan on 23rd. No, I'm not in New York, sweetie. I'm in California. I'm not in New York. I'm a native New Yorker, but I'm not in New York. What's everybody saying? I'm late. You're never late. Stop saying that. You're never late when this gets posted. You're always on time. In this regards to learning tarot reading. All right. Hi, beautiful conundrum. How are you, sweetie? Tracy, how can I learn, study revelations? Uh, uh, Ali, I don't know what you're saying. How can I learn, study revelation? Okay, listen to me. So, I'm reading Revelations in my adult podcast. I'm literally reading Revelations, and it's heavy. But I must read it. I must read it because we are in Revelations right now. So just join me every Saturday at Blog Talk Radio. I go right after Melissa. Melissa does crystals. She teaches you about crystals. And then she does, free readings on Saturdays. And then right after her, I read. Right now I'm reading Revelations, but the book club, not the book club. Right now I'm reading Revelations, but the adult podcast is any book. I don't know what I might read next, but right now it's Revelations, and it's a lot. Revelations is different. Hey, have your church ever taught you Revelations? Did you ever go over Revelations? Answer me. Anybody? Did you learn Revelations? I'm 6 minutes behind, but Ifashe lead. Aw, look at that. Girl, Ifashe, you being encouraged. You are amazing. Kiana's talking to Ifashe. I caught your Facebook. No one's talking English today. I don't mean to disrespect anybody, but and I love your pushback. Oh, was there some pushback? What happened? Ciao. Tell me. I brought my own tarot cards about 2 months ago. Sylvester, take my class. I love that you brought your own tarot class. By the way, men, I might do a separate class just for men, right? Just for men. I don't know if I want to do it with men and women because women start to act out and show off in front of men. I just want the men to feel comfortable because the holes come in. Y'all know I ain't lying. It's not, Are you over it, Emma? Are you over your childhood? Blah, blah. Oh, Revelation scared you as a child. Huh. They must have told it to you so it could scare you. The metaphysical world is very expansive. That's the beauty. If you look up in the sky and you see the stars and you see how it goes on forever, that's the metaphysical world. It's supposed to be expansive. See, Cassandra, see, that's why I'm going to have the men separate. She's like, especially if they're cute. See, I'm not having you hoes mess up a man's development. No. I will just invite the men in the book club. What goes on after that, I can't control. Mystery school instructor teaches dimensions and portals, contact star and earthly ancestors. Oh, hell. What is this? And language, upgrading DNA and chakras, etc. Do you want to pass on more information? I'll take any course. I'm really good at wanting to learn about this world. If you want to pass on the information, Angela, I would love it. The whole metaphysical world is very interesting. Oh, it is. It is. And it brings to me, I get such peace from it. You know? It's like a secret knowledge that gives me power and strength. Like it's a weird thing that happens when you trust the metaphysical world. It's like you even like secretly laugh at people, especially when they come at you with some dumb shit. I was at lunch one day and this woman came at me. I was telling, there was something happening at the cafe that I love to eat at. And we were outdoors because it was during COVID. And people kept yelling at the women, like yelling. The men kept yelling at the women that was, you know, taking orders. And I just couldn't handle it. And so finally I pulled her over and I said, listen, it's not you. The energy is hot right now. And I forgot what planet was hot. But for the first time, it was, I could see it in real time. And she was like, oh my God, it's been like that for 3 days now. I said, it's going to go on for another week. Just you don't react to the energy, but you need to know what's happening. And I forget, I told her what planet, but who knows at this stage, right? I don't remember. And so somebody else hears me, overhears me trying to explain to this woman about one of the planets and two of the planets. And she said, are you a psychiatrist? She was with a friend. And I said, and I looked at her, and I always freeze up when people ask me what I do. And so I looked at her and I said, no, I am a psychic. And I just let it hover over us. The word, I am a psychic. And she looks at her friend and she says, you know, some people would call that devil's work. But she's talking to her friend. And I was like, oh, hell no, bitch. You're not going to go out like that in my face. So I said, it absolutely is not devil's work. And then her friend said, that's not, she didn't call you that. She said some people would call it devil's work. And I was like, fuck out of here. She's not saying it to my face. In any case, we ruined both our lunches. They were hella pissed with me. All right, let me fix this. I feel naked. Anissa, I have no thoughts on the vaccine. None. None. It's a personal decision. And it is what it is. I have no thoughts on the vaccine. So people stop asking me. I have zero thoughts on the vaccine. Slim, do you remember I told this story when it happened? I did. Yeah. I was so, oh, Jesus Christ. Too funny. All right. Hi, sweetie. Hi, Misha. Okay, thank you. So, for everybody who wants a personal reading with me, there's something about having to tell you guys every day, I'm a psychic, I'm a psychic, I'm a psychic. It's what I do for a living, right? I help people. I'm not just a psychic. I help you. I help break the patterns that has brought you to where you are today. So for those of you on YouTube, that little thing that keeps scrolling across, to have a reading with Tracey. Ooh. Go to TraceyBrownlive.com. Text me or email me, right? I'm here for you. Instagram. DM me. I got you. All right, I'm done. I've given all the stories I have. I have to fix this portable air conditioner and try and get the water out of it. Oh, God, I hate my life. Where is my man? So I could be like, did you fix that? You had one job. One. Fix my air conditioner, babe. Thank you. I know why God hasn't given me a man yet. My attitude sucks. Yeah, it does. He'd be a slave right now. Did you not hear me, babe? The fuck? All right. I think that's why. Because, you know, I got a bad attitude. No, I don't. Maybe I do. I have no idea. Your man will be in your metaphysical class. I think he's definitely in my metaphysical world. I remember I had a mediumship reading, and I was madly in love with some other dude. And in the reading, I wanted her to tell me that things with this dude was going to work out. And most of y'all do the same thing with me, right? So when I get one of you that want this to work out, like, I get it. I respect you. I've been there, right? And one of the things that she did was she yelled at me. And she was like, no. And I didn't like that. But she had to trigger this hope out of me. She had to shake it up. And I got that later. And I appreciate it. And she said, which you're validating, Cassandra, she said, your man will be in your world. That's what I really need. I need a man in this world. I can't explain to people why I'm lighting candles for Britney Spears. I cannot explain to people. I just need to do me. By the way, light your candles for Britney, light your candles for yourself. Today's the day. 9 p.m. is this Cancer moon essence. So don't be surprised if you're a little emotional. But and then Venus is in Leo. So there's a lot of stuff going on in the planets. Many of them are also retrograde, but that's neither here nor there right now. Right now, we've got a Cancer moon. Cancer sun, Cancer moon. Imagine what that's going to feel like emotionally, guys. So, embrace the tears. Embrace the changes, right? Embrace the tears. I've been crying. I could cry right now. I've been crying for days now because so much changes. You know, I got to say goodbye. Ooh, chill. All right, let's get out of here. I will do mines tonight. I was emotional yesterday. Yes. My Venus is in Cancer. Well, this is perfect energy for you, Cassandra. Do we light the candle till it runs out? No. No. Light the goddamn candles. Enjoy the effervescent beauty of your candle magic. When you go to bed, snuff it out. When you go to work, snuff it out. Not even for a minute should you leave it unattended. All eyes on your candle at all times. Don't go to the supermarket and think you're not going to come back home to a problem. Some of what we're asking for is so strong and so palpable that you're making your candles much more effervescent. The flame needs to come out. All eyes on your candle at all times, please. And when you write your intentions, remember we talked about, I'm going to do it later with you guys, so don't worry. When you write your letters to your highest authority, mine is God and Jesus, yours is whoever it needs to be. Remember, there are no rules. Please begin it or end it with, may it be good and correct for all. Okay? You have to add that. Sorry, Cynthia. Oh, child. Just don't invest in drama. Don't invest. May it be good and correct for all. I'm going to start my next video with that title, May it be good and correct for all. I'm going to, of course, do my girl Brittany. I was going to stop. Remember I said I was going to stop June 11th, but now I just need to shift the candle magic a little bit and add a little bit more self-empowerment. Things are changing for her. Like, Words are magic. Write your damn letters. Just by her speaking up, she changed everything. I mean, speaking up publicly, because she has been speaking up. But just by pushing another door and speaking to the world has changed everything. All right, guys. I'll talk to you later. Do my candle magic in front of you. Bye. Wait. Oh, ciao.
Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Gals and guys, go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Go to Tracey Brown Live. Tracey Brown, Tracey Brown. Tracey Brown Live. Tracey Brown.